Hello everyone, this is Anna. Welcome to Anne's BookTube, Refuge for Bibliophiles. In this video, I am going to show you the books that I am currently reading. So this is the pile of book that I am reading currently. So I'll show them to you one by one. The first book that I am reading is Enduring Love by Ian McEwan. So those who have been following me for a while will know that how much of a Ian McEwan fan I am. So this is one such book by Ian McEwan which I absolutely adored. I am about 75% into this book and only 25% remains, and I thoroughly enjoyed the book, and I hope that you will enjoy it as well because it is such a nice book. So the synopsis of the book says that one windy spring day in the Chilterns, Joe Rose's calm, organized life is shattered by a ballooning accident. The afternoon Rose reflects could have ended in mere tragedy but for this brief meeting with Jed Parry. Unknown to Rose, something passes between them, something that gives birth in Parry to an obsession so powerful that it will test to the limits of Rose's beloved scientific rationalism, threaten the love of his wife Clarissa, and drive him to the brink of murder and madness. So this book is about a young couple who are one day enjoying a picnic, and it so happens that a boy gets involved with a parachute accident. He gets entwined with the parachute rope, and in the process he gets dragged away by the parachute. So the main protagonist of the novel, he attempts to save that boy, but he couldn't save the boy. But in that process he encounters a person and something happens, something transpires between them, which results in a man named Parry falling in love with the protagonist of this book. So this book is about enduring love. So the protagonist has to endure the love of a man called Parry, so which for him is very annoying and very unpleasant. So this is what the book is all about. So I absolutely liked the 75% of the book that I have read so far, and this is going to be one of my most favorite novels of all time. So I will give this book a 4 out of 5 stars, and I'll review this book once I read the entirety of it. So this is one of the books that I am reading currently. So the next book that I am reading is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. So I am basically rereading this book. I have read this book once before and I am reading this book once again, and I am also an avid fan of Jane Austen's writings. I feel that her writings are not only beautiful in terms of prose but also in terms of context. So this book is about a girl named Elizabeth and a man named Mr. Darcy. So Darcy comes across as a very proud and conceited individual, whereas Elizabeth, on the other hand, seems to be prejudiced about the character of Mr. Darcy because he comes across as very proud and conceited. So the dynamics of their relationship is somewhat not that friendly in the beginning, but in the end, I'll not tell you the story of I mean the ending of the story, but you should discover it for yourself. This is a very beautiful book, and I have already made a video on how to read Jane Austen's novels in case you find it difficult to read her novels. So this is also a very gorgeous Penguin classic edition book. So this book is in bright orange color, and the inside of the book is also very beautiful, and the fact that I got it from Penguin Classics made my reading more enjoyable, because it is very lightweight and easier to hold, and the font size is very legible. So I liked this book a lot. I'm currently rereading it, and each time one reads a Jane Austen book, one comes across uh, new aspects of the book. So for me as well, I came across new aspects of this book as I am rereading of this book. So this is a classic, and it is an absolute pleasure to read this book. So the next book that I am currently reading is The Land of the Living by Nikki French. So this book is marketed as a mystery novel, but the mystery element is not that much there in this particular book. Uh, this book is what you can say a filler book. That is, when you get bored or when you don't want to read heavy text or heavy novels, you can give this a chance to be read in between those two heavy novels. And yeah, this was a pleasant read, I would say, because the language was so flowing, and it was very beautiful to uh, come across such a book. This book is a very beautiful book, I would say, but the mystery element is not that much present in the book. But as if you would like to read something as a filler book, then you might consider reading this book. So this book is Land of the Living by Nikki French. So the next book that I am currently reading is Lady Susan, the Watson and Sanditon by Jane Austen. So Jane Austen had written about 6 novels in her lifetime, and these novels are the 3 other short novels apart from all the 6 novels that she has written in her lifetime. So as I have read almost all the novels by Jane Austen now, I was in search of a book uh, which was by Jane Austen, and so I found this particular book. This book consists of 3 books, as I have already mentioned: Lady Susan, the Watsons and Sanditon. I am currently reading Lady Susan. It is an absolutely beautiful book, and this book is the book Lady Susan is in terms of letters, like what we call an epistolary novel. So this is an equally beautiful book that I am currently reading. This is a Penguin classic. So the synopsis reads: these 3 short works from across Jane Austen's career show her writing in a variety of styles, from melodrama to satire, and exploring a range of classes and settings. The early epistolary novel, Lady Susan, depicts an unscrupulous coquette toying with several men. The Watson is a delightful fragment whose spirited heroine finds her marriage opportunities restricted by poverty and pride. Written in the last months of Austen's life, the tantalizing, incomplete novel Sanditon features a glorious cast of hypochondriacs and speculators in a newly established seaside resort. So the synopsis basically says that both these novels, Lady Susan and the Watsons, are complete, while the Sanditon she couldn't complete, and before she could complete the novel, she expired. So yeah, if you have read all the 6 books by Jane Austen, you can give this book a try. This is an equally beautiful book. So this is the 3rd book that I am currently reading. So the next book that I am currently reading is Macbeth by William Shakespeare. So this book is basically No Fear Shakespeare edition of Macbeth. So what this book, the speciality of this book is that this book consists of the archaic English in which Shakespeare wrote in and the modern English that we understand. So I don't understand Shakespearean language all by myself, so I have to take help of some assisting article or literature. So I purchased this book. As on the left hand side, this book uh, the original work, that is the uh, archaic English literature that Shakespeare wrote in, has been uh, displayed, and in the right side the modern English uh, explanation of those archaic English sentences have been mentioned. So this is another book that I am currently reading, Macbeth by William Shakespeare. The next book that I am currently reading is The Theory of Everything by Stephen Hawking. So Stephen Hawking was one of the greatest scientists of all time, and he basically worked on black holes. So in this book he has mentioned about the physics and the dynamics of black holes and related things. So this book has been written in a very easy language that anyone would understand. By anyone I mean that who have received scientific education, not scientific education, but uh, those who have an engineering degree, they would find it easy to read this book. This book is very, written in a way that is easy for us the engineers to understand, and this is an absolutely beautiful book. So I would highly recommend this novel to you. So yeah, this is this is another book that I am currently reading. Now the last book that I am currently reading is Mrs. Osmond by John Banville. So this book is set in the year set around 1800s or 1700s, and this is a book which is very beautiful in both in terms of prose and context. So this book is by John Banville and it is an historical fiction, and it is a very beautiful novel. So those who like Jane Austen's work will find it very pleasurable to read this particular book. So I am about 25% into this book, and I won't read the synopsis for you because I don't like reading the synopsis of books before delving into the book entirely. So I will leave it for you to find out whether you like this book or not. So you can try. You may try reading this book from Google Play and see if you like this book or not. But as far as I am concerned, I found this book very beautiful, and I feel that this book will be one of my most favorite books of all time. So yeah, these are all the books that I am currently reading now. So I hope you like these books. I will be making more such videos in future. Please consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video, as this would help me a lot and mean a lot to me. So with this, I would like to end this video, and till then I would wish you a happy reading, and bye.